Good evening. No, actually, good afternoon. Freddy Vazquez, Basement Politics, lunch break special. Let's talk about vape shops. Why are there so many vape shops opening up in the city of Yonkers? Talk about it. Good afternoon. This is Basement Politics Unfiltered. I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is the lunch break special, Thursday, September 8th, 2023. Let's talk vape shops. Vape shops. Good evening. Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, folks. I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is a lunch break special. I wanted to talk about vape shops really quick, and it stems from earlier today, a raid actually that happened earlier today. May still be happening. When I left, they were still there over on McLean, 998 McLean Avenue. A vape shop that had just opened up is now being raided by Yonkers police. Fire department was there, as well as consumer protection. Very interesting. The reason I believe it was raided was because residents were concerned. For one, it opened up directly across the street from a school, an elementary school. Two, there were reports of a student from the Yonkers Public Schools purchasing liquid THC or maybe some other substance that was sold as liquid THC and nearly overdosing or having some kind of medical emergency. And that liquid THC was traced back to this vape shop, I believe. Now, residents specifically of the Southeast side were questioning why was it still open? Why had not anyone, especially the council member who represents that district, John Rubo, done anything about it? Well, today they did something about it. Today they raided the shop again at 998 McLean Avenue, and I was there and I caught some footage. I want to just play that real quick, show you the location there. Vape shop that opened up is currently being raided by police. Now, notice who is standing in front of the business. Vape shop that I mentioned on Basement Politics on last podcast. And standing in front of the vape shop is, who's that guy? Can anyone guess? Guess who that guy is? Guess who this guy is? That is the building commissioner, Sam Borelli, checking his phone. As you can see, firemen and police officers are inside, or maybe you can't see, but I will show you. You have firemen, police officers, lieutenants, building inspectors, and the building department commissioner all here students walking raiding. By. Oh, there goes this guy. Oh, I finally get to meet the guy. The guy coming out is a gentleman who works from Consumer Protection. And I had heard about this guy, and I'll tell you in a second. With the glasses. How you doing, sir? No. Thank you, though. I appreciate you trying to help me. Gentleman there asked if you can help me. Can't help me. Building inspector. Oh, what are you? Oh, I'll cut it there. You can watch the full video on the page. I wanted to talk about that guy. He is a consumer protection guy, apparently, but I have heard of him because I have heard of an individual, a black man with glasses, beard, bald head, and they assumed he worked for the city and he worked for the building department is what some of the business owners were under the impression or told me. But apparently he's gone into certain businesses here in the city of Yonkers looking for the owner and telling the owner that he knows what's going on, and either I guess they're gonna play his game, which I don't want to say specifically what that is exactly, But from what these owners gathered, that he was looking maybe or for payment of some sort, not to have this happen, not to get raided. And so they were upset about that. And one guy was like, I don't care. So I mean, what do what they want. So I heard about him from a few people now, and then I actually run into the guy. So I'm like, oh, there he goes. I mean, exactly how they described him, which is why immediately I recognize him. But that just goes to show more of the corruption that's happening in Yonkers, specifically with the way they handle businesses here in the city. You either pay to play, or you get shut down, or you get they give you a hard time with the building department. Why is Sam Borelli out there? Right? Why is he out there? And so if you are someone who's looking to start a business and you want to get permits quick, you want to have no problems, no violations, then there's certain individuals that you pay. It still goes on. Trust me, I know. Because I do my little investigative stuff and I speak to certain people who I notice have gotten permits right away. Business. I say, oh man, you got it quick. Yeah, I need some help because in all reality, I have been having issues with my business, right? A daycare, 2 years. And so, yeah, they all say, oh, I know a guy. I got a guy. Don't worry, I got a guy. Well, who's that guy? I think I know who that guy is, actually, but I want to see people say the name or hear them say the name. But again, it's a very hush-hush thing. And so they're going to be cautious. But that's all I needed to know. That verified and validated what other people have told me and what I believe. And so this vape shop obviously played the game. How do you think they were able to get approved, get opened up, and start to operate their business, a vape and smoke shop where they sell tobacco and THC-like products like Delta 8, which is a THC marijuana substitute right across the street from a school here in the city of Yonkers. And now this raid is happening at this vape shop while parents are lined up to pick up their kids today. So they're having to watch this, the kids, and wonder what's going on. And so, it's interesting because as I was there, I mean, several people tried to go in. So what is the huge demand that is driving the the massive amounts of vape shops that are opening up all over Yonkers? What's driving the demand? I mean, they're opening up everywhere. And it's not like they're the super fanciest looking businesses, right? They don't have much, the windows don't have much, just, tobacco-like products, rolling papers, promoting CBD and Delta 8, THC. And you go in there and it's just, all pipes and all that stuff. So what is the demand that's driving these vape shops, and why are there so many opening up? And how is it that they are able to get permits approved, get new C of Os, as well as be able to open up directly across the street from a school with no problem? And so now we need to ask these questions. As parents, we need to ask these questions because a child, a student of a Yonkers Public School, purchased some of their products and apparently had a medical emergency. But that did not prompt them to raid. It was people speaking about it and reaching out to Basement Politics. And I started to talk about it. I put the address out on a podcast or two ago. And so they had to do something about it. I mean, a kid got injured. This is directly across the street from a school. They had to. I mean, it was like, what? Oh, we made a mistake here. John Rubo, the councilman, should have had that shut down a long time ago. So this is what I'm saying to the people on the east side. You folks are going to be affected by the changes that are happening here in the city of Yonkers, by the reckless, building department. And now a reckless zoning board that will be approving anything and everything as long as there's money to be made. And as long as you are a business owner willing to pay certain individuals, it seems like it doesn't matter what kind of business you want to get opened up. You can do it. And it's happening. And so, I wanted to talk about that and put that out there because I just want to warn parents about these Vape shops, be careful what your kids are getting. It may seem innocent. Those liquid vape things doesn't really have a smell. So, it's easily, they can easily hide it. It's not really detectable, but they're dangerous because you don't know what they're putting inside the liquid. You don't know what it is. And these are, not sanctioned businesses to be doing this stuff. And so, there's no oversight. There's no testing of the chemicals that they put in that stuff. And I know for a fact they'll sell it to anyone. Doesn't matter the age. Right? And that pisses me off because here I am trying to get a business and other people trying to get legitimate businesses, in which we provide services that the city needs, like education services, daycare, and they give those people a hard time. Yet they allow these types of business to open up. So Sam Borelli, I want to know, how did this business get approved? You're standing in front of the business on your phone. How did that get a C of O? Right across from a school. I thought that was illegal to have products, tobacco products, and even like marijuana-like products being shown to kids or near schools. And Tasha Diaz, she campaigned for these signs, these no smoking signs, where they have a marijuana leaf on them to be posted all over the city parks. But it's okay to have a vape shop across the street where kids can get marijuana-like substance. And I'm not against marijuana, whatever. But there are laws that are obviously being disregarded as long as you're willing to pay to play. And so we have to put that out there because this is part of the problem and why, again, we need to come out and vote next year and next year's city elections. We have to come out and vote, and we have to get new people in there because they're tearing the city up. They're allowing these crazy businesses all over, southeast side, doesn't matter, northeast side, I've seen them. Obviously in the southwest. I hear in District 4 alone, like 80 or somebody said of these vape shops opened up. That's crazy. That's a lot. And so I want to know, what's Sam Borelli? What were you doing there, Sam? What you doing over there? Yo, Sam, what you doing over there? Are you scared? You got to make sure, shit, we messed up here. How do we allow this to happen? Huh, Sam? What you doing over there? And the fire marshal guys didn't even want to, they see me, they took off, right? Except one that I knew. He did say hello to me. I know them well now after my battles. But also the consumer protection guy there was a bit upset about what I had said. I said, hey, I've heard of you, because he said he heard of me. I said, well, I heard of you too. And, business owners have been telling me about a guy that fits your description, that does exactly what you do, that seems to be, in their opinion, trying to shake them down. And so he said, oh yeah, well, that's not true. And then he gets on the phone with someone, and I know I can hear him talking about it. So if it's not true and there was no legitimacy to it, there's just a bunch of conspiracy theory from some guy with a phone, then why are you upset, going off, talking to somebody about it, right? Who are you talking to? That's what I wanted to know. I was really curious as who was on that other end of that phone, because I wonder if it's the same guy that will get you permits and get your violations taken care of if you pay the $5,000. And that's how these shops like this get opened up, and other businesses, so quickly. I wonder if it's that guy. Are you using this dude to make extra dough too? Yo, killing it, man. And he has that ability, because if you don't play the game, then they can send people to come and raid your spot, right? So, folks, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I think the people of that area, those that were concerned with this, are happy that it was raided. Look, even if they don't find anything, at the very least, it should not be located directly across the street from a school where parents line up to pick up their kids. Then they have to walk past it, right? A kid already got injured from some substance that was traced back to this location, this business. So, Sam, if you don't, do something about this, man, you're gonna show that you're really corrupt, Sam. Come on, right? That should have never opened up. Anyway, folks, if you're just catching it, Sam Borelli was in front of this place as it was getting raided. There goes and he was just standing on his phone. I just found it to be interesting that Sam, and maybe he does go there. I don't know. Maybe he shows up at new vape shop. That's Sam right there. He is rather short. Somebody told me he was short. I don't think I've ever seen him standing up. There goes Sam. If I can pan over. And he's standing there as police and fire marshals are inside the business, speaking to the owner. And I want to show you exactly where the school is. That's Sam Borelli there. He's just chilling on his phone. Sam, you're supposed to be getting me my final C of O, Sam. Why are you just there scratching your head on your phone, man? Get to work, Sam. Get to work. And now I want to show you the school really quick before I take off. So I got to get back to my office. How close it is. School. School. This is a school. Parents are here to pick up their kids. And there's a smoke shop across the street. Now, how did a smoke shop open up across the street from a school? How was that possible? Why did the fireman walk away? I was going to ask him a question, and he walked away. Yeah, they shutting them down. There were people trying to go in as they're getting raided. How is that? How is it that a smoke shop? Excuse me. So I want to ask the fire marshal about this. Sam Borelli disappeared. That's the owner, blue shirt. And I've seen this guy around before. Fire marshal? Hey, how you doing? How you been? How does a smoke shop open up across the street from a school?
No, that's what we were here for.
Well, thank you, guys. So that guy, I know him from coming into my business, you know, and giving me a hard time. And eventually, I like to think we are cordial. We say hello to each other, so I know him. And I asked him, how did a smoke shop get approved to open up directly across the street from a school when they're selling THC-like products, CBD? They got pictures of the marijuana leaf and all that stuff. How does that happen? How does that happen? Directly across the street. And so he says, I don't know. That's what we're here to find out. Well, Sam Borelli was there. You should have just asked him, right? He should have known. He had to sign it, right? Did he not sign this new C of O? You know, change of tenant. You know, you have to go through that process. I know it well, right? Sam, how did they get a C of O? Sam Borelli, like, how did that happen? I want my final C of O, man, because if they can get us, you know, approved to operate across the street from a school, there's no reason why I shouldn't be having. It's no reason why I should be having problems, Sam. Sam Borelli, commissioner of the building department, who was supposed to do the job that Vincent Pesci apparently didn't do, but was supposed to do when they hired him after firing the last guy. Will Sam go next? I'm Freddy Vazquez. Join me tonight. I did want to mention this. Tonight premieres the first podcast episode of a new podcast that I am working or will be doing along with Anderson. I can't pronounce the last name. I'll let him do it on the show. But he is the founder of Inside Yonkers. So it'll be a collaboration between Inside Yonkers and Basement Politics, and it's called City Talk. So we're going to talk about, you know, a lot of things. Tonight we're going to be discussing the firehouse, also TikTok. Parents, kids in TikTok, did you read the privacy, statements that they have on TikTok as you're registering and opening up an account? As a parent, if your child uses TikTok, you ought to know what the privacy statement says. It's very important. So we're going to discuss that because we're going to talk a lot of things, not so much necessarily political, right? It's a new show, City Talk. So join us tonight at 8 o'clock. It will be both on Basement Politics and Inside Yonkers. And so we'll talk about a few things. So join us. It should be an interesting new show. It'll be the first episode tonight at 8. I'm Freddy Vazquez. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of the day. I'm going to get back to the office. Sam, I want my final C of O, my permanent one, Sam. All right? There's no reason why I should not get it after the mistake you just made.
Well,
there.
I asked the fire marshal who I know
was that a mistake?
from my dealings with the building department and my daycare center. I know.
Was that a mistake, Sam? Or did they just have the right amount of dough? I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics. Unfiltered. Vape shops take over Yonkers. What is the craze with the vape shops? What is driving the demand that is causing so many vape shops to open up all over the city? And how did one vape shop, who is suspected of selling a substance to a child, a student of the Yonkers Public School, causing an emergency, a medical emergency, get to open up and operate directly across the street from a school? I don't know. Sam Borelli, how did that happen? I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics. Don't forget, tune in tonight for a new podcast, City Talk, featuring basement politics and inside Yonkers. Should be a good show. I'm Freddy Vazquez. Have a good day.
Freddy wins. Fatality.
No!